Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Stitch and Stacy's YouTube channel. That's me. I'm enjoying my coffee this morning, and I did a big yarn trip this weekend with my husband Chris, and I got some normal. Oh, I'm sorry, my children want me to mention Tiffany went with me, and so did Andrew. So now they're happy. Okay, so I don't know how many of you shop AC Moore's and Michael's wherever you live. I do know that some states do not have those stores. You have like Peyton's and other different, I'm sorry, I don't know if it was Peyton's or there's a different yarn store. Anyhow, I know based on the state that you're in, you guys have different yarn and craft stores, things like that. But I do a lot of shopping at AC Moore's and Michael's, Yarn Explosion, things like that. So of course this weekend I didn't get to Yarn Explosion, that was last weekend. But what I want to show you today is, and they're just, some of them are going to be general yarns that you probably already know about, but I want to start doing videos every time I do go and do a major yarn trip. So we went, first thing I want to show you, some of you may not realize this, but any little helpful hint really matters. So when you go in AC Moore's and Michael's, if you look down the yarn aisles, you'll see all of these little cards that are free. You can take one, and these are patterns, and on the back it has all your instructions to complete what you see here on the top or on the front of your card. Some of them are knit patterns, some are knit and crochet, and others are just basic crochet patterns. So basically I collect these, and I do collect them for a friend of mine, Jenna. She has gotten really big into crochet with me, but you'll see lots of pretty patterns. Just all different kinds. So I wanted to make you guys a note, and if you have these stores, make sure you check down the yarn aisles, because I was going into these stores for the longest time, never noticed these. And actually it was my wonderful husband again that noticed these cards and just started pulling them down and bringing them out the door with him. So and I think they change these around maybe every couple weeks, I think, along sometimes with their sales, or just when they run out of the cards that are hanging, they put a new stash up. So make sure you check these out, and even at your local stores you may have something like this, so just keep your eyes open. These are really great. Okay, so let me see if I can remember which came from which store. First of all, let's go by my big bags here. Now we have what's called an Ollie's here. It's just like a Big Lots, like a discount store where things are a lot cheaper, and I'm all about bargain shopping, number one. And my daughter Emily, I love her to death. She's always buying me yarn and crochet books and anything like that. So she made a trip yesterday shopping for herself. And she, of course, had to bring me back some yarn. So she brought me back, this I believe are these are the 16-ounce balls, 819 yards in this baby, and the price $8. And this is not Burnett, but this is Red Heart Baby Blanket, or Blanky, that's how they say it. But this is a very pearly purple. It's very shiny and it's very soft. So I was happy yesterday. She brought that home to me, and she can't go shopping without bringing me something, so she always brings me yarn. So that was a gift. Now, when we go to AC Moore's, and the thing I love about that store is there's big, huge plastic bins. There's usually 2 or 3 back in the yarn section, just lined up, and everything in there is $6.99. Okay, so this is the type of stuff that you get there. You really don't know what kind of yarn it is. It all comes in 1-pound bags. So in this bag alone, there's 454 grams. Now Not sure how that averages out in yards. I'm not a mathematical person. But it says it's 100% unknown fiber and 100% fiber something. I don't like pronouncing big words, but you can see on the pack. Okay, and this is what the pack looks like. And these are by bulk. And the color, as you can see, is like a caramely tan. There's a total of 5 complete balls that are about the size of, like, say, Burnett baby yarns. You know, your fat, little short fat rolls like that. But these are a wonderful discount. I am in love with shopping for these. Every time I go, I buy at least one bag. And I go about every weekend. I think you get your money's worth. If you were to get do hats or beanies or berets out of this, you would probably get a good 3 out of this, and you paid like $7 for this bag, or one big project. There's plenty. You wouldn't have to worry about running out. But I buy like this a lot, so I don't know the fiber content of these. All I know is everything I have picked up in these bags out of those racks that are in the middle of the aisles are soft. I have not ran across any kind of yarn that I would not buy in those baskets, because every bit of it is soft. So these are always a hit with me. So I buy these and I leave them in the bags until I start to need them or use them. So I got this one. This one's like the caramel color. And then this is the best way to buy black. Now I find that a lot of companies that make black yarn, and it's based on the dyes that they use, the black is not as soft as any of the other yarns. And it's hard to find like black, green, red that are soft. So this is the only way that I buy black, is in these bags, because every bit of it's soft. This has, I want to say, 2 big rolls. Yep. Look at that. Ooh. I love big rolls like this. And if you can see the texture of this, let me see if I can grab it for you a different way. It's sort of like that homespun yarn type stuff. I'm going to drop that bag. You can see that. It's like the homespun stuff. Just rigid. Yep, knew I was going to do it. But it's so soft and it's so silky. Boy, this is better than I thought it was. But anyway, this is the only way that I buy my black yarns, because it's the only way I can find it soft. And a lot of people like black. I myself like black. My daughter Emily loves black, so I have to have a lot of black. So again, this came in a 1 pound bag, 16 ounces or 563 yards. I believe that's what it is. And all it says is it's acrylic, polyester, and nylon. Polyester. So this is my second big bag that I got. And again, these are from AC Moore's. Perfect. Okay. So I found, I believe these were from AC Moore's as well. These are dollar rolls. I have hundreds of dollar rolls of yarn, because one roll will do any kind of baby hat, beanie, based on how much yards is in it, a set of booties, smaller projects, or to outline projects, or just put a ruffle on projects. You know, a lot of people say, well, there's not nothing to do. You have to buy 10 to do a project. No, you don't have to buy these to do a project. You can buy these to do flowers, headbands, hair bows. Use your imagination and just think outside the box. But these are by Spunwell, and you can see the array of color In this, it's just really beautiful colors. They're autumny, something for the fall. It's got greens and yellows and browns and reds and purples. The color is, let me see, no, it's not even the color. It's done by Spice Shop. There's 55 yards in this, and it's 97% acrylic, and it has 3% polyester. So this is one color, and yes, I bought one of each. I got 4. So this is one color. And of course, have to have something with blue. And I'm not a fan of purple, but this works well. You see it's got blue, purple, and looks like a little, not so much blue, but teal, purple, and green in this one. That's my second color. And this one sort of looks like the other one, but I don't think it is, unless I grab 2 of the same. No, this is kind of more greenish base. Very autumny color still. And my last one, of course, is another blue mix. This is more of a pastel baby mix color. It's got green and purple and teal in it also. So those were my bargain rolls. I paid $4 for 4 rolls. So, and I use these all the time. These again are like twisted. They're like the homespun type yarns, which I guess is why it's called Spunwell, but that's what they look like as far as the strands. Okay, now something that I hadn't seen before in a Karen color just kind of stood out at me. They had Karen in this extremely hot pink color, and I have never seen Karen in this color. I don't know if it's new. Actually, it doesn't even say pink. It says watermelon. So watermelon is my favorite. So I'll just eat my yarn. That's funny. Anyway, they're it's 100% acrylic, of course. There is there's 315 yards in this roll. And I'm not going to go into detail a lot about this. You know Karen. But I just wanted to show the color. It's very hot pinkish or watermelonish. Watermelon-ish, yeah. So I did get 2 of these just because I love pink. Okay, so I think these other yarns, yeah, that one I got from Michaels. Okay, this is another AC Moore. I don't carry a lot of yellows. I'm trying to change that. So I did like this color. It is called Cornmeal. And it's just absolutely a beautiful golden color. So I got one of those. Yeah, I got 2 of those. And then I just got a basic purple. And this one is Dark Orchard. And that's another color that's real hard to get soft. This one is borderline. It's okay, but for a lot of the worsted weight yarns, some of them can be really crunchy to the feel. They can be really coarse, and I will not work with that unless I'm doing something heavy duty, like leg warmers. Something you want really tough and really compact as you're crocheting. Something that's going to, you know, be hefty. So I got 1 purple. Then I got this from Lion Brand. I got Fisherman's Wool. This has 465 yards in it, and I think it was like $11, $12 for this roll. It is very soft. It's a little furry, and this is it's actually a medium weight. Now, why I got this is I am now dyeing my own yarn. I don't know if you guys know that much about dyeing the yarn, but there are certain, they're not yarn dyes, but they are, I'm sure you guys have seen these. It's called Rit Dye. These are what you can dye your own yarn with. There are an array of colors. There were probably, can you get me the other one? there are probably, I think at AC Moore's, maybe I'd say 15 to 18 colors. And they come in the liquid, but I buy the packs because they were $1 cheaper by the pack. And what these tell you is one pack will dye 1 pound of yarn, or about 3 yards of medium fabric. You can use this on fabric, on yarn, whatever. But it tells you the instructions about how to mix. You'll mix it with, based on what you're doing. You will have to use gloves for these, of course. And if you want to brighten the color, it tells you to add a cup of salt, and add a cup of vinegar for nylon, silk, and wool. Now, the only thing about using these dyes, and I also got, these are the 2 colors that I'm going to work with some yarn to start with. So it's going to be 3 different colors. This one, and then the other part is going to be its natural color. The thing about these dyes is it only works on blends, wool, nylon, and silk. It will not work on acrylic. It may actually do acrylic, but I would be scared to even try it, because once you put it in your washing machine, it may bleed and may not work. So I would not advise even testing these on acrylic yarn. It recommends you don't, because it doesn't work with acrylic yarn. So these are what I'm starting with now. I am now going to start dyeing some of my own yarn. As you know, that some colors and some textures and some blends of yarn are very pricey, and I love an array of color. I work with color, a lot of color. So sometimes you just can't find that right shade that you're looking for, and especially me. I'm very picky about my entire crochet business and the types of yarn, the colors of yarn, so I like it to be perfect. So I'm starting with these. This one's pearl gray, and this one's teal. And teal is my favorite shade of blue. But so I got 2 of these. I'm going to work with these. And my husband wanted me to get this, and if my dyeing on my testing yarns work out, this is going to become those 2 colors, and then the middle section is going to remain the natural color. So the reason that we got this is because it is no acrylic. Like I said, it was it's just it just says it's 100% wool, contains all natural oils, things like that. So this will dye beautifully. So then I got that at Michael's. So as for that, guys, that is the end of this yarn video with my trip to Michael's and AC Moore's. I hope you guys learned a couple hints, and don't forget about your cards. Those are very useful. Lots of great projects on these. And as I said, I just collect these, and I have a friend, like I said, that does not have, I don't think she has an AC Moore's in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if she doesn't have one, or it's too far away if she does have one. I can't remember, but I think she has a Michael's somewhere. But I told her I'd collect her these cards, and as I got maybe 10, 15, I'd mail them to her. So I do have a stash already started. So with that being said, you can also go to Michael's and AC Moore's website. I'll put them down below here in the description box. I'll put their website down there, and you can check out their stuff online. You can order online. They have a great rewards program at AC Moore's. It's a little key ring, of course, little card that goes on your key ring, and for every $1 you spend, you get a point. Every 200 points that you spend, you get a $10 gift certificate in the mail. So that is awesome. And I think since I've been with the program over the last year, I've gotten 4 $10 gift certificates in the mail. And that helps when you're a constant buyer of yarn. And they also have, AC Moore's and Michael's have wonderful coupons every month or every week with 40% off of a full price product. just really great sales through these two stores, and I believe you, don't quote me, but I think you could still use those online as well. But they just automatically, after you get to 200 points, they'll mail you the certificate. So I love getting free stuff. I don't know about you, but it's a rewards program. It's really great. So look into that. Like I said, down here below in the box, I will add the two websites. And that's going to wrap up this yarn video, and I hope I was helpful in a lot of ways to some of us, especially those of you that are new to crochet, and some yarns and the dye-in and everything. And as I dye my yarns, I will do videos of those as well. I will let you see how they come out. I'm going to get going on my next video for my yarn. I hope you guys have a happy hooking day, and I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to hit the like button down here at the bottom. Bye, guys.